In the sprawling, ever-shifting landscape of indie rock, Pavement stands out not just for their jagged guitar riffs, cryptic lyrics, and disarmingly casual sound, but for being the band that helped define what cool, without trying too hard, actually meant. Led by Stephen Malkmus and Scott Kannberg, aka Spiral Stairs, Pavement rose from DIY beginnings in Stockton, California, to become one of the most influential and revered bands of the 1990s. But before they were indie darlings or the reluctant voice of a generation, they were just a couple of guys making noisy tapes in a basement. And like many great bands, they needed a name. The story behind Pavement's name is as loose and unpretentious as the band itself. When Malkmus and Kannberg began recording together in 1989, they didn't have grand plans for fame. Their early sessions were done on the cheap, using 4-track recorders and raw equipment. The result was something unpredictable, fuzzy, and charmingly unpolished. These tapes would eventually become the Slay Tracks, 1933 to 1969 EP, released under a name they picked without agonizing over it, Pavement. As Malkmus once explained in interviews, the name Pavement didn't have a grand meaning or deep backstory. It was chosen almost at random, like a placeholder that simply stuck. Some say it was meant to reflect something ordinary, grounded, and American, like the actual streets you walk on. Others believe the word was appealing because it had a flat, neutral aesthetic that fit their minimalist, lo-fi sound. It wasn't flashy, didn't promise anything epic or mystical. It just was. That accidental quality was the essence of Pavement. Their name wasn't a marketing ploy or an edgy attempt to stand out. It was a word picked with the same offhand brilliance that fueled their lyrics, absurd, literate, sarcastic, and strangely poetic. It fit the ethos of their music, a blend of irony and sincerity, crafted with nonchalance and intellect. The beauty of the name Pavement lies in its understatement. It's a word everyone knows but rarely thinks about. It blends into the background, just like their slacker aesthetic, which is exactly what made it feel so revolutionary when the band took the underground by storm. While other acts from the era chased rock star personas, Pavement walked the cracked sidewalks of indie music with their hands in their pockets and guitars slung loose over their shoulders. Their name also became symbolic in retrospect. Pavement helped lay the foundation, the pavement, if you will, for what indie rock would become in the decades that followed. From Crooked Rain to Wowie Zowie, their influence echoed in every band that ever tried to be cool without seeming like they were trying. And it all started with a name picked out of the ether, like a scrap of paper tossed on the ground that just happened to blow in the right direction. Today, Pavement's name is inseparable from their legacy. It's synonymous with a time when imperfection was a virtue, and when indie rock was still underground, mysterious, and profoundly original. They didn't just choose a name, they gave an entire genre a sidewalk to walk on.